This video is on how to submit assignments through Canvas. So this is right after I logged into Canvas. I'm on the main Canvas page. This is my dashboard. I'm going to go into this class just because it's over and I can play around with it without messing up my students' assignments. So this is what the teacher sees, and the teacher's in charge of which of these links you see, but this is not what the students are going to see. So let's put this into student view so that you can see what it looks like as a student in that same class. In my class, I don't have the assignments link available because I do everything through the modules. But if your teacher has enabled the assignments view, you'll see it here. Before I get into how to submit assignments, I want to show you how to know when your assignments are due and what your assignments are. So if you go to the assignments tab, which I don't have activated for my class, you will see all of the assignments and you can see when they're due on that page. If you don't have an assignment link available, there are two different places you can still see when your assignments are due. The first place is under here for to do. Right now I have nothing simply because for this example, I'm in a previous semester's class. As a result, it doesn't think anything's due because this is the past. But if you did have something due, it would show up here in the to-do list. The other place you can go is you can view course calendar. I need to go back to last semester to show you what that looked like. All right, so here's an example. I had my online classes in here, and here's an assignment, and this is the day it's due. So when an assignment is created, the teacher also creates a due date, and the due date is what shows up in that calendar. So on the calendar, this is not when it was assigned, this is when it's due. So you can just look at the calendar really quickly and go, okay, by November 16th, I have to submit my assignment on career research, and that's a good place. And over here under calendars, you can see different classes. Right now, the student is in this one class. If this student has more than one class, there would be different classes available over here with different colored squares, and you can turn each class off or on to see them. So you could see all your classes at once, or you could turn off any class that wasn't the one that you wanted to look at. You can always see where your assignments are. All right, back to the dashboard. And now we'll move on. So for my students, they'll click on modules, and I'm just going to go down and look for an assignment that can actually have a submission. So we're going to pretend that we're submitting an assignment for the business letter. So you just click on the assignment, and this is what I've put in for a description and some links to help the students with instructions. So once you have done this, and maybe this is a link where you're supposed to download it and fill in a form, or it's just instructions on how to do the assignment. But once you have completed your assignment, whether it's in Google Docs or Google Slides, or maybe you have some other program on your computer and you have saved a file to your computer, you can now upload these. So the first thing you're going to do is click on this button, Submit Assignment, and that brings up your ability to submit something. The first time you hit Submit Assignment, it just brings you into this window that allows you to upload something. And these options will be based off of what your teacher has allowed. So I've actually allowed almost everything, but sometimes the teacher will say you can only submit these types of things. In fact, up here under File Types, it shows you exactly what type of documents can be attached. Doc and DocX are both Microsoft Word files. PDF, of course, is an Adobe file. Text and RTF, so TXT and RTF. RTF stands for Rich Text Format. Those are created by almost any word processing software out there. So you probably have something on your computer that can create the TXT or the RTF. The important thing to understand about the difference between these two is that with TXT, the only thing that's going to come across are the characters, the letters, the numbers, your punctuation. No formatting whatsoever, no bold, no formatting, no tables. With rich text format, the bold, the italics, the tables, those will come across, but there may still be some differences in formatting, like with tables. It could interpret it its own way. So you do need to check when you create something with RTF that it looks the way you want it to when that document is finished. So you have a few options. These files are the types that are allowed to be attached in the File Upload tab. All right, now I'm going to move on to Google Drive. Unfortunately, Student View, which is what I'm currently in, does not allow me to actually see my Google Drive popping up in this window, but it would show up in this window. The very first time you do it, you won't see your files. You'll see a login screen. That login screen is just asking you to log into Google with your Google user ID and password. Once you do that and say, yes, Canvas can have access, when you click on this tab, what you'll see in this window is your folders and your files in Google Drive. The same thing happens with Office 365. With 365, it does allow me in Student View to see the login screen. So I would just log in, use my Office 365 user ID and password if I have one. And then from that point forward, all of my online Office, Microsoft Office files and folders would show up in this window, but only when clicked on this tab. So you click on this tab, you see Google. You click on this tab, if you have an Office 365 account, then you would see your Office account in here. Studio is just the Canvas Studio. It's what shows the videos and audio recordings that you've made. You can also upload those. So depending upon what type of file you are attaching, you either attach it through here from your computer, here for Google Drive, here for Office 365, or here for Studio. Once you've done that, though, you're not done. You have not submitted your assignment. So let's go back to File Upload and let's go ahead and actually attach one. So I'm going to choose a file. This has just opened up files on my computer. I'm just going to attach a document. This is just a random Word document off of my computer. Click Open. And now you'll see that I have attached it to the assignment, but I have still not submitted. I still have to hit this Submit Assignment button one more time on this window here in order to actually upload that assignment. Okay, so click on Submit Assignment, it says Submitting. Now I know I've submitted it because it says Submitted and it gives a date and a time. Now, yes, it says late. That's just because I'm pretending to submit an assignment on a previous semester's assignment. So it's just going to mark it as late. If I want to see what I submitted and make sure that I correctly attached that file, I can click on Submission Details. And right here it shows the file that I uploaded. I click on it, it's going to show up down here because it downloaded to my computer. And I can open it up and see what it is that I submitted. I'm going to go ahead and close that. If you change your mind about what you submitted, you can resubmit using this button, or let me go back. This is back to that original assignment. You can also resubmit using this button on this page. You can also download your file that you submitted here so you can see exactly what it was that you attached. If I had made any comments to the teacher when I submitted, I would see them here. If my teacher commented back when they grade, then I would see their comments right here as well.